Cybercrime is booming and it's making a lot of people rich in tech jobs. Now, because cybercrime is increasing, it's giving birth to a lot of tech jobs which are going to be in demand and they're going to pay you guys handsomely. So let's start at the top. So the first job I'm going to start with is the information security analyst. Now, this job is where you monitor and assess and protect organizations from cyber attacks. Now, this job, obviously, you have to be experienced and must have the certifications and skills to be able to get hired by companies, and definitely they will pay you if you know what you're doing. Now, according to the US labor statistics, they're saying that there's a 29% shortage when it comes to filling up some of these positions. Now, let's move on to the next job, which is the cloud security engineer. Now, cloud security engineer, obviously, a lot of companies have moved over to the cloud. They're not having all their systems on premises. They are outsourcing, meaning all their data is stored in cloud services like AWS, Microsoft Azure, and the Google cloud systems. Now, when the data is stored on cloud systems, it needs to be protected. So they need cloud security engineers to be able to protect their data. So they need people who are skilled, who are certified in AWS or Microsoft Azure, and they're going to pay you guys really well if you know what you're doing, if you're experienced, and if you got the certifications. Now let's move on to the next job, which is the penetration tester or certified ethical hacker. Now, these guys are part of what we call the red team in cybersecurity. Now, these jobs are where basic companies want you to hack their systems so that the companies can see where they are lacking so that they can close those gaps before the real hackers come and hack their systems. So this job is where you expose the company's systems. So basically you legally hack systems and you get paid handsomely. So to get a job like this, you need to be obviously skilled. You need to get certifications like certified ethical hacker. Now let's move on to the next job, which is the security architects. Now these guys, these are the people who are responsible for designing the systems and the architecture basically in a company. Now these guys, they need to have a lot of experience, a lot of skills to be able to do this kind of job. This is not an entry-level position. So basically these guys are at the top in terms of designing the infrastructure, and the cybersecurity analyst will work under them in maintaining that infrastructure that they have designed. Now let's move on to the next job, which is the digital forensics analyst. Now, digital forensic analysts, these guys basically they work as investigators. They will gather all the evidence that basically they try and find out how an incident happened, when it happened, and how it happened. They'll try and gather all that information to learn from or how to defend it going forward, and they'll try and use that information or evidence to try and put the perpetrators away. Yes, sometimes they might have to go to courts and try and basically offer that evidence to the courts so that they can put the perpetrators or the hackers away using all that evidence. So this is a very serious job. It requires someone who's able to communicate well, because sometimes you might be invited to go to a court to become a witness to offer the evidence that you've gathered in terms of an incident or a cybersecurity attack. Now let's move on to the last job, which is the cybersecurity legal and compliance specialist. Now, because there's things like AI, there's going to be new laws regarding AI. So if you are someone who's not too technical, but you want to be in the field of cybersecurity or cybercrime, you can become a cybersecurity legal and compliance specialist. So this one is better for someone who studied law or who wants to be in the law field, or if you're someone who worked in the law but you're trying to transition into a cybersecurity field, then this field will be good for you because you already have experience and you have knowledge regarding the law already. Now you're going to have to learn about technology and learn about the regulations in terms of how to manage that technology and what is allowed, and learn about the data privacy law. So this is one of those fields where you're going to learn about regulations in terms of cybersecurity and cybercrime. So these are some of the jobs that will grow going forward because of cybercrime. These jobs will be in highly or very in demand because of the increasing rate of cybercrime that's taking place. So I hope you learned a lot from this video. And if you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe and like. And I'll see you guys in the next video.